Thank you very much. May we please be seated. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the APC Youth House for an evening with the Director General of NITDA as we discuss issues affecting technology and youths and how to empower youths and entrepreneurs in Nigeria. Please, welcoming on stage is Madia to give us the welcome address.
Good evening, distinguished guests, innovators, and trailblazers. On behalf of the organizing team, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to this special gathering, an evening with Kashif Inuwa, the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. Tonight, we are not just hosting a fireside chat. We are convening a movement, one that aligns with the heartbeat of Nigeria's future, a movement powered by the Renewed Hope agenda, championed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and driven by the belief that technology, innovation, and youth empowerment are not luxuries, they are necessities. Under the Renewed Hope agenda, we are witnessing bold reforms and transformative investments in infrastructure, education, and digital inclusion. The message is clear. Every Nigerian matters, and every young dream deserves a platform to thrive. This vision resonates deeply with who are digitally fluent, economically empowered, and politically engaged. We are here to amplify youth voices, unlock innovations, and create pathways for collaboration between government, startups, and civil society. And who else is better to guide us through this journey than the DG of NITDA, Mr. Kashif Inuwa, a visionary leader whose work is already impacting thousands of young Nigerians through digital literacy programs, tech hubs, and policy frameworks that foster innovation. Tonight, we'll explore how NITDA is shaping Nigeria's digital future, how young entrepreneurs can plug into national opportunities, and how we together can build a tech ecosystem that reflects the brilliance and resilience of our youth. So, I invite you to lean in, ask questions, share ideas, and connect. This is your space, this is your moment, and this is your Nigeria. Reimagined through innovation, inclusion, and hope. Thank you for being here, and let's make this an unforgettable night.
Thank you very much for that, my dear. Now, as we all gathered here for this event, let us introduce our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome a true trailblazer in Nigerian politics, the APC National Youth Leader. He's the brain behind the Progressive Youth House, a hub for youth engagement, the driver of digital empowerment programs that equip our young people for the future, for a passionate mobilizer of youth voices across the nation. He's recognized for leadership, national leadership awards, and committed to building partnerships that shape an inclusive future. Please welcome with a loud ovation, Dr. Dayo Israel. Thank you very much. Thank you. To join him on stage, we have a technology strategist and innovator who is currently serving as the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. He started his journey with a strong passion for computers and problem solving, and over the years, he has built a solid career in technology, earning global certifications, including becoming the first Cisco-certified Internet CCIE in Nigeria's public sector. Before becoming DG, he worked at the Central Bank of Nigeria and later at the National Pension Commission in sharpening his expertise in IT, architecture, digital transformation, and innovation strategy. His impressive track record led to his appointment in August 2019 as the youngest DG of NITDA, a role he has excelled in and he was reappointed to continue in 2023. Please welcome with a standing ovation the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. Please keep clapping, please keep clapping, please keep clapping.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another special edition of An Evening Wheat. And I'm honored to have here with me the Director General of one of Nigeria's finest agency. Of course, he's one of Nigeria's finest Director General in his own right. The Director General of the Nigerian Information Technology Development Agency, my own brother, Dr. Kashif Inuwa.
Thank you for having me, leader. This is quite exciting, and for me, it is honor and privilege, truly an honor and privilege to be with you this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please give him a big round of applause. This is one of us. He's one of the younger generation. We're very proud of him, and we're proud of the work that he's doing, and he has represented us very, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming this evening. This was meant to happen last week, Friday, but because of the public holiday, we moved it to today, and we're honored and delighted that the DG was able to reschedule his trip to join us and be on ground here for us today to engage with us, because he believes in the power of the youth, he believes in civic engagement, and he believes in the power of the people, and is a very strong supporter of young people and young progressive. Please give him a big round of applause. DJ, am I okay to call you a tech bro?
Anything you call me, leader.
Okay, let me rephrase that question. Do you consider yourself a tech bro?
Well, I can say yes or no, but now I'm more like an administrator, but I used to, and still I prefer to be called as a technology architect than any role or title you can give me.
So how did this journey started? Was it in Jigawa in your early days, or what led to the Kashif Inuwa that we know today as the tech architect of the century?
I think it's quite interesting journey. I started early when I was growing up. I was born and raised in a community called Makwala in Jigawa State in Hadija. In my community, mostly people don't go to higher institutions. Mostly they are artisans. But what is unique about that community, everybody stand out and get noticed. If you are looking for the best carpenter, go to Mokola. If you are looking for the best plumber, best electrician, everything you can think. They are hands-on, they are good at what they do. But my dad has a different view. Only our family go to school in that community. Always my dad will tell us, you need to be different. You need to create value in whatever you do. So this, our family core values, coupled with my community core values, shaped and created who am I today. I was brought up to stand out in everything I do, to get noticed. That's from my community's values. From my family, I was pushed to be different, to create value. That means I should not just follow the crowd. So that created this curiosity in me. Everything I do, I try to ask myself, why should I do it? What value is it bringing? What impact is it going to make? How can I be different? I always challenge things. Why do we do things here? I don't like hearing this is how we do things, or I don't believe in status quo or conventional wisdom. So I was inspired by someone who repairs electronics to study computer science. Because at that time, we see him as the elite in our community.
Wow.
He doesn't go to school. He just finished his secondary school, but he can open and repair electronics, TV, radio, and so on. So we call him engineer. So he's always a source of inspiration to me.
Wow.
If my dad asked me not to go to join the carpenters, the plumber, and so on, I used to go and stay with this guy.
Engineer.
Yeah, looking at what he does. And I always used to say, if I grow up, I want to be like you, an engineer. Because also he's the only one with title in that my community.
Wow.
Then one day he was telling me, if you want to be an engineer, go and do computer science. It's a new electronic something, the way he described it to me. That he never used it, but he knows that's the future. Then one day he took me to a business center to show me how computer looked like. So that was the reason I went for computer science. Then in my second year, I tried to learn how to repair computer because I want to be like him. He opens electronics, he repairs them, and if I'm studying computer science also, I should be able to open and repair computers. So I learned how to repair computers, and since then, I created job for myself. From my 200 level, I never been in between jobs. So when I was doing my NYC also, it was a turning point for me. I found myself moving files from one office to another on 9-to-5 basis. Then I challenged myself, why should I study computer science and come here to be moving files around? Then I asked my supervisor if he can allow me to develop website for the company. He said, why not? But you know, this is government company. I served with Ajaokuta Steel Company. He said, this is a government company. We don't have money. If you can do, go ahead. So I used my Alawi allowance to pay for the domain registration and hosting.
Wow.
I developed the website and I put my contact details. Within 4 to 5 months, I was contacted.
Wow.
And by a company from Lagos. They want website. They want me to build something similar.
To Ajaokuta's side.
Yes. And they paid me 1.5 million to build website for them. That was 2004.
Was Ajaokuta, was he operating at that time?
It's Ajaokuta, I don't think never operated.
I know it
but
existed.
It was, yes, there was this salt gas during Obasanjo. They tried to revive it. So they tried to do a PPP. They gave one, is it an Indian company? I can't remember, but the name is salt gas.
And so, sir, what you did for free was what somebody saw. Young people, are we learning from this story? At that time, he didn't see the money. He did it for free, but the money came later. Did you please continue your story, sir?
Okay, so, and when I finished my NYSC, before going to university, my career vision was maybe to graduate and get work in Kano or maybe Duse, because the only person from my area that was in Kaduna, it was only one person. And even that person was not working in Kaduna. I think he was student at Kaduna Polytechnic. So I never dreamed coming to Abuja then. my career vision was to graduate and work maybe in Kano or Dutse. But after that, I had 1.5 million before finishing NYC. I was already a millionaire. Why should I go back to Jigawa? So I decided to stay in Abuja. So after my service, I relocated to Abuja and I continued building software and website. And in the highest I was paid to build website was 5.7 million.
At that time?
Not 2004, I think that was 2008. Wow. But the last time I built website was in 2009, and I was paid 60,000 naira. So that was when I decided not to build website again.
What happened, sir?
So the market was saturated. When I started, there were few people building software and website. But as things were moving, the market was saturated. That means also it's good to have existential flexibility in life. Whatever you do, when that thing is no more feasible, you should find a way to change your career or what you do. So at that time, I decided to move to networking because this market is saturated. I won't be collecting the first one, 1.5, the highest one, 5 point something, and now you are paying me 60,000 and competing with so many people also to develop. So I moved into networking. At that time, I was considering, should I go for master's? Should I go for PhD and so on? But I asked myself, what do I need? I said, I need to build my career. I need to know what I'm doing, and I need to do it very well. That was the reason I decided to go into a certification route. I know maybe most of you know about certification like Microsoft, Cisco, Google. They have different certification. This will empower you with hands-on. Because in techie, it's not about the degree you have.
Yes.
But it's about the skills. So that means you need to have your head down, hands on keyboard always to get things done. So I started the networking. I did my CCNE, CCNP, and so on, and I joined Galaxy Backbone then because where I was making money is no longer available.
The website.
Yeah, the website cannot sustain me anymore. So when I joined that, I focused. Whatever I do, I want to stand out. I want to get noticed. So if I'm doing networking, I have to be the best network engineer in my company because that's the only way I can grow. So I decided to go to the highest certification in networking. That's the CCIE. And when I was doing that, my colleagues were laughing at me. Why should I spend my money to get skills to work for the company? Then I told them, for me, I see myself as working in the company, not working for the company. The company is giving me opportunity to build myself, to prove to the world what I can do.
Are you listening, young leaders? Yes, sir.
So I invested almost 3 point something million to earn my CCIE. I know some of my colleagues were telling me you could have used that money to buy land or to buy something. But I told them the best investment is self-investment. So immediately after I finished my CCIE, I got my certification. I got double promotion in the company I was working. So in addition to that, also, I got so many opportunities to work within the country, outside the countries, and so on. Then the thing was even too much for me. I never applied for any job. I was always headhunted because I have demonstrated I have skills. I can deliver. People are looking for who can do this and that.
And you have the
based
right
on that.
certification as well.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So then I asked myself, why are all these ones employ me? I realized some of them, they just need my CCIE number. Because if you want to be a Cisco Gold partner, you need to have maybe 2 to 3 CCIE people associating the numbers with you. Then some companies really want me to work for them, but what they want me to do is not what I want. Therefore, I decided to just associate my number with one of those companies that just need the number. Then I negotiated with them. They've agreed to be paying me 300,000 naira every month without doing anything.
This was
for them.
2009.
That was 2000. I got my CCI in 2010. Yeah. I started the process 2009, but I got the certificate in 2010. So since then, they were paying me 300,000 every month until when I was appointed DG,
Wow.
I stopped collecting. But I can still collect that money if I want.
No, DG, we just started to calculate everything over the last few years. And so when we want to start your campaign,
I'll go and collect. Yeah. So you can see the power of knowledge. That if to say I bought house with that money, I don't think I will get that amount every this day. The company refunded back my money, gave me double promotion.
Wow.
I got several opportunities. When I wanted to leave, they negotiated with me. I should just stay for them for additional 6 months. Then the reason I left was because also I don't like doing routine things. I have reached my peak in networking. So I wasn't learning anything anymore. I was just doing routine things. Then I decided for me to grow, I need to always learn.
a new challenge.
Yes. I decided to move to solution design. When I moved to solution design, what even triggered that move was I was attending a customer who is a top paying customer. The customer had an issue. They invested so much in building a system, but they were not getting results from that system. After interaction, I realized what they wanted to do, they don't even need that big system. They can do it with simple Excel sheet. Then I started thinking, so why would someone invest this so much in technology without understanding why do they need that technology? So I started developing the mindset. My career goal changed from wanted to be like the CTO to be a CIO. A CTO, the Chief Technology Information Officer, to a CIO, Chief Information Officer, who normally help translate the technology into a business capabilities to achieve business deliver on their value proposition. Then I was contacted from Central Bank of Nigeria that there is an opportunity to be the technology architect. When they contacted me, I refused to go because that time, honestly, my career goal was not just to work for someone, but to build myself and to build my company. So, but they had to go through someone who I worked under before to even
Talk to you.
to talk to me, to agree to join the bank. So you can see, people will say sometimes you have to know someone to get opportunity in places like CBN and so on. but I didn't know anybody. I didn't apply for that role. I was approached and they lobbied me to join them as the technology architect. So at that time, my career goal also was just to become the CIO of the bank. But later on, I found myself becoming the CIO of the country because DG NITDA is the Chief Technology Officer of Nigeria.
Hey!
Thank you.
DG, this is very inspiring, and I'm really glad that we have you here today. How many of you are enjoying the conversation with DG? Another round of applause, please. DG, so now you are 001 Tech Nigeria. And looking at your journey and all the things that you've achieved, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned?
So for me, the biggest lesson is my transition from being a techie person to becoming an administrator. What I've learned when I was dealing with routers and switches, if I give them commands, they keep obeying it forever until when I change. But when you are dealing with people who would talk, who will agree, maybe before I come back, you will change your mind. Or if I'm dealing with, like, my leaders, his territory, that one is even something different. Someone will tell you he's with you 100%. But it's difficult to understand. But for me, I see life as not like a finite game. I see it as an infinite game. A game that has no ending, that has no winners. So don't see yourself like you are doing something to win. Just compete with yourself. Whatever you are doing today, try and improve it. Don't look at what others are doing to say you compete with them. So that was a big shift for me to becoming an administrator, to have to navigate the politics, to have to deal with people, to understand the people, to get them to do what you want. Like at NITDA, we had to go through culture reorientation, mindset cultivation, and so on, to even change the mind of people to embrace and see their work as a calling, not just as a job to collect salary.
Thank you. Another round of applause, please. Did you were in Jigawa over the weekend? I know it must be really exciting going back home. Trying to use the skills that you've acquired and your office to spread technological education to underserved communities like your community in Jigawa. How are you trying to raise, and what effort are you using this office to raise millions of Kashif Inuwa, not just also in Jigawa, but across Nigeria?
Okay, so on assuming office, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made it clear that economic diversification and inclusivity are paramount to his administration's renewed hub agenda. And the president outlined 8 priority areas to achieve this vision, with priority number 7 specifically focused on accelerating economic diversification through industrialization, digitalization, creative arts, manufacturing, and innovation. So based on that, at NITDA, we had to recalibrate and come up with a clear vision of what we want to achieve as an agency. Our vision today is to make Nigeria a digitally empowered nation, fostering on inclusive economic growth through technological innovation. We see technology as a source of inspiration, not just as an enabler. Technology is not a vertical on its own, but it permeates across all critical sectors. Because if you look at the 8 priority areas of Mr. President, from economic diversification, boosting agriculture, unlocking energy and natural resources, enhancing infrastructure, focusing on education, health, and social investment, the midterm goal. So our midterm is to achieve 70% by 2027. So the digital literacy framework has 6 and responsibly, and also contribute meaningfully to the digital economy. Then we have 3 initiatives we are implementing under this. We call it Digital Literacy for All. We use an assessment by World Bank in 2021, where they said Nigerian digital literacy level was at 44%. Then we did some extrapolation for what happens between 2021 to 2025, that we have added about 6 points. That means as 2020.
When to when?
Between 2021 to 2025.
And that is under your administration?
Yes.
So we had gone 6% higher since you became the DG.
Yes. So
can we give another round of applause to the digital team?
So this is a collective effort from government, private sector, and even individual, as well as technology diffusion. So to move from 50 to 70, we calculated that we need to train about 50 million Nigerians in a basic digital literacy. So we have initiatives in 3 buckets. The first one, how can we embed digital literacy and skills into our formal education? So we started working with Ministry of Education last year. We developed curriculum. They have approved it, and it was announced last week that Ministry of Education has introduced digital literacy and skills into our formal education. So now we are working with UBEC, NERC, and secondary board to train teachers on how to start teaching digital literacy and skills from our primary schools to our secondary school. For the NCE, we are working with NCCE also to develop content for that. We are working with MBT for polytechnics, and we are working with NUC for universities. For universities, we've already done a pilot with Nasarawa State University, where they made digital literacy a general studies. The same way all students take English and math. Today, all students at Nasarawa State University are taking digital literacy. And this is in partnership with Cisco. Cisco, they have a NetAcad, a platform they develop content universities, federal, state, and private universities. Our target is for all of them to make digital literacy and skills general studies. If we do that by end of next year, because the Minister of Education directed that by this session or next year, they should start implementing that new curriculum. We have roughly around 15 million people in our formal education, from primary school to universities. So that means by doing that, we are going to train 15 million Nigerians on basic digital literacy. So the second bucket is we are working with head of service to train all public servants on basic digital literacy.
Very important.
The head of service had made that announcement. They have issued a circular that it is mandatory for all public servants, and the permanent secretaries are the champions at different ministries to ensure we enroll all public servants. I think we have more than 5,000 enrolled so far. What is the exact number?
So it's 6,500.
Okay, so far we have over 6,000 public servants enrolled. They are also using the same Cisco platform and content. And the third one is for the people in the informal sector. We are partnering with NYSC to train Nigerians, the market women, the motor park workers, people at religious places, and people at nests like this. So we recruit NYSC as champions from the camp to go for road show, engaging people on one-on-one and teaching them the basic digital literacy. Our target is NYC has 3 batches and 6 streams in a year. We want to recruit 80 people from 36 states plus FCTE at each camp. That means we are doing 80 times 6 in a year in every state. That will make it 460 champions in every state. And we want every champion to train at least 2 people in a day, 60 in a month, 600 in a year. So when you multiply 460 by 37 plus FCT, you have 17,600 champions in a year.
Wow.
And when you multiply that by 600, because we want each champion to train at least 600, you get 10,300,000 plus in a year. So in 3 years, we want to train 30 million at least. When you have 30 plus 15, that is 45 million. For the workforce, we are targeting 5 million. In the public service, we have about 90,000. We are working with state governments. I think we have about 5 or 4 states already that have keyed in. Some have developed their digital literacy framework, which we are working with them also to embed digital literacy and train their public servant. Likewise, the private sector and other corporate organizations, we are reaching out to ensure they train people. That's for the literacy. And for the talent, we have the 3 million Tech Talent Initiative to accelerate our talents, to get people with high advanced proficiency that can build our digital offerings in country and even to be part of the global value chain. So that's what we are doing to make sure there are many Kashifus, not just from Jigawa, but from Nigeria.
So very soon, we'll have Kashif from Lagos, Kashif from Kaduna, and all over Nigeria. Now, I have questions, but enough of me. I want to open the floor to all of you to get a chance to engage and interact with the Super DG. That's why we're here. So do we have the microphones ready to roll around? I see a lot of hands, don't worry. That's why I'm going straight into questions so that we can spend the rest of the time in interaction. Where's the microphone? Okay, can we have the gentleman in the Bono cap? Yes. Make your question very short. We want to be able to we need a paper and a pen for DG so that he can tilt the question down. Make your question straight to the point, your name and your questions. Make it very straight to the point so that we can take as much as possible. Yes. We'll take the first round. DG will answer. We'll take another round.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Muhammad Nasir. So,
Mama, put the mic in your mouth.
Okay. So, as a software developer currently building websites, my question is... I
hope you are not building websites for 60,000.
No. Okay, so I would like to, an advice from the DG, somehow question and advice, which particular technology trend would someone focus on now, since software engineering, software development as a whole has been saturated and there are new opportunities regarding AI. So my question is, how would someone like switch to AI? Because AI is I won't say is new to Nigeria, but it's not as like yes, the ecosystem for AI is not as much as software development.
Thank you.
Yeah, field in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I'll go to the back. The lady in green. Don't worry, I'm going round.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mariam Mustafa. I am a web designer. So, DG, your story has been inspiring. And thank you very much for coming here today. Okay, my question is, what opportunities exist for SMEs and consultants to collaborate with NITDA on capacity building, innovation, and digital inclusion in projects? Sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And this event is also being streamed live on our social media platform and on YouTube. I'll be available for you to watch. If you're watching us online, you can also type your questions. They'll type it out. The multimedia team, please take note of any questions from online overflows. Okay, the gentleman in the black suit.
Kayode Oguntoyinbo is my name. I'm an insurance broker and a risk analyst. Very important. I need to appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
For organizing this program. And of course, the number one tech in Nigeria. I'm really enthused and excited to be here tonight. It's really interesting. My question is this, and as a risk analyst, we often said, there's nothing you can do to deter a determined criminal. And of course, digitalization is taking over every facet of Nigeria economy, including our own industry as well. And of course, even my industry, insurance industry, we are working very hard around the clock to design a policy to take care of cyber attacks. Because we know it will take care of the financial loss arising as of just cyber attacks. And now my question is this. Just like I said, there's nothing you can do to deter a determined criminal. These people are ahead of their game as well.
Yeah.
As a tech architect, what are the things you have in place to prevent all the losses that could be associated with cyber attack? Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I think that question is very close to home for me. After we finished our event here on Friday, I saw an SMS on my phone that says this code for something. Then another one came and said confirm your transaction. I knew I didn't do any transaction. The next thing, I got a phone call from a gentleman that said, I'm calling from so and so bank, and we just want to confirm, did you see any unusual thing in your account? I said yes, but I ignored it. He said, okay, don't worry about it. Just leave it. I'm coming from the headquarters. Everything is okay. I said, no problem. The next thing I saw, alert. Yes. And this was just Friday. But lucky for me, the alert was not outside of my account. It was from my savings to my current. Apparently, they were trying to remove money, but they couldn't, so they could only transact between my account. And so I called the bank, and they said, do you have an Infinix phone? Because they just downloaded our app on the Infinix phone. That's where they did the transfer. So without me giving them any code or any token or anything, they were still able to do transaction and to transfer back and forth in the act. So that got me worried. And so that brings, your questions to reality. And I'm sure the DG will respond to that. The gentleman there. I'll come to the front. You people are the big boys.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you, leader, for giving us this opportunity. We really embrace it. And the architects of new technology and the greatest Balewites. I want to appreciate you of what you are doing in the IT sector. And our university, that's our Bukatafa Balewa University, Bauchi, we are proud of you. And we look forward to gain more and more from you. My question is, as a chief architect of the IT sector in Nigeria, we, the small business skills owners, that we are trying to thrive off, most especially our own side on agriculture, the fashion industries, the graphics and other techs. Because how can we integrate the new technology into that so that we'll make our business because we discover that the technology, the IT, is where you can advertise your product, where you can make yourself visible easily for your small business to come up. Like we have pigeons, videos, short videos for you to pitch out so that people from, even not Nigeria, from outside can see your talent and get you on board. So as a chief architect of the IT, what advice I would give us in our small business so that we can be visible, we can position ourselves where we'll be seen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Greatest
What's your
Ballywight.
name? You didn't mention your
I'm Ibrahim Umar. I graduated from ATBU, Applied Geology. Thank you.
There's a lady in black there. Yeah, stand up. Ajia. Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. It's indeed an honor to be here and have you as the guest speaker. My name is Sumaya Suleiman Al-Hassan. I'm the current... my name is Sumaya Suleiman Al-Hassan. I'm the MCAN FCT Amira, MCAN Muslim Corpus Association of Nigeria. I want to officially and individually appreciate the DG for his empowerment concerning the women digital empowerment. It is indeed one of those things that I have personally benefited from, and also the National Amira MCAN is a benefiter of the Igniter JICA digital empowerment for the women. And then she said that I should extend her appreciation. And also, MCAN, the Muslim Corpus Association of Nigeria, want to seek for the support of the DG in our upcoming National Muslima
Go and
Conference.
write letter.
We have sent the DG a letter, and we have the acknowledgement copy. It will be indeed a great honor to have him.
Is that
and
your
his support.
question?
Thank you, sir. This is my contribution. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
That's your contribution. Please, Alaji Dauda here, Honorable Dauda. Amira. So, MCAN is the contribution. Thank you, thank you. That's why we create this platform.
Hello, good evening. Mr. Chairman, sir, my leader, Honorable Dio, Israel. I'm not going to talk as a politician, but as an academia. So my name is Dauda Adamu, PhD in View, Security and Strategic Studies. I am very, very excited to be here today, simply because we're talking about technology. And my question or my contribution is in line with cybersecurity. Terrorism financing in the digital age. What is DG doing in that regard? I know a lot of people are talking about tech and small businesses. I feel we should talk about some of the things that are happening at the global level. Secondly, every country of the world today is beginning to have what we call a cyber map, away from the contemporary map. You have Nigerian map, and they are developing technology to build their resistance and their national security in line with the new technologies that are spinning up. I know by virtue of your office, you are likely going to have interface with the National Security Advisor and other security agencies. So please, I just feel if we can give and enlighten this group on this aspect of our national development and challenges. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. DG, we'll just take two more in this category. We'll go on a break, and we'll take the last one because of time. Dr. Joshua, I didn't want to call you yet.
My name is Dr. Joshua. I run a digital agency for the past 8 years now, and I'm very well concerned about the digital innovation in Nigeria. My agency has trained at least 300 Nigerians for free on various skills as well. So my DG, please, thank you very much for coming. Your story is quite inspiring as well. I learned how to repair gadgets too when I was younger, and I made quite a lot from it. So my DG, please, I want to know how and what is NITDA doing to make use of technologies like AI and blockchain to improve transparency, accountability, and citizenship engagement in government projects across the country. Because we just hear about projects and a lot of people don't know what's going on. Contracts are being awarded, and I mean, it's something that has to do with NITDA as well, because the world is being fully technologized at the moment. So, and also, how is NITDA addressing the challenge of misinformation and lack of trust in government communication and building the credibility gap as well? So,
thank you.
The third question, please. Nigeria has a very large population, so please, our youth are also exports. Technology, people who can do these jobs are also exports to the world. So how are we going to assist them to link them up with international jobs and all of that? Thank you very much.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Final one for this round from Israel. The comrade in cap.
A pleasant evening, everyone. My name is Akiola Israel. I'm a machine learning engineer. I have a couple of questions for the Director General.
One.
So let me just round it up into one. Some of us who are, tech innovators, in our private cocoons, we are building, innovations that are definitely of benefit to the government and the Nigerian society. But, I've been building software for the past 6 months, tagged a kind of a pocket police app for the Nigerian police and all. But, everything stopped, with the inability to fund some of, some things to the, towards the development. I want to ask, what NITDA as an agency, are there any opportunities that, young tech innovators can actually tap into in, to aid the development of any ideology, any idea we have? Thank you very much, sir.
DG, you have the floor, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, leader, and thank you all for the questions and contributions. I will follow them one by one, and maybe I will respond to some. I will ask some of my colleagues to respond to some of the questions. The first one, Mohammed asks about, he's a software developer, and he wants to know what are the trends and some advice on how can he sustain or be able to navigate the landscape of the software development. So I think for me, AI is going to disrupt the way we develop software, because today mostly people are looking towards agentic AI. Mostly software is about getting your database, getting the user interface to fetch that data, to present it in a way that will make sense for you. And today, AI can do most of this work for you. So there is this big questions. Even the big tech are looking at it. What is the best way to navigate it? You can even go to YouTube to see some of the Microsoft CEO, what they are talking about, how agentic AI is going to disrupt the software landscape. So I think it's good for you also to look at that, like what we are doing at NITDA. We are trying to get our software development team to move from just building software to becoming a product development team. We try to build a team within the agency because for us, software is not something that you can always rely on third party. Maybe something will happen. We're sitting here. I want them to change something on our website or on our portal. It's not something I can rely on a third party. That was the reason we built an internal software development team that will understand our business requirements and how to continuously improve the system. Because your company today or your agency is as good as it is next digital offering in terms of product or services. And that is as good as the people who develop them. So it's key. So now we want them to move from just focusing on building to product. They should have a product mindset. How can we build a system end to end? Today you can get your Gen AI to generate a codes for you. So if I can get it to generate a codes for me, why do I have to, as a software developer or engineer, waste my time in developing the codes? I can get it to troubleshoot it faster and more smarter than I can do. So it's better for me to embrace it and use it as a tool to enhance what I do. So there is going to be a big disruption in that. So it's good to see how you can also be part of that. And also, it's good to develop that existential threat flexibility. That's the agility to change your course in whatever you do. If that is not working, you can move to something else. Then Mariam Mustafa's question is about SME consultant. What do we have in place to support them and so on? I will leave this for Victoria to respond to these questions because we have an SPV, Office of the National Digital Innovation. It's an SPV set up by NITDA to help startups and SMEs and help them and hold them through the innovation process. So she will respond to that. Kayode questions is around insurance, risk, national cyber security challenges, and so on. On that, we have so many initiatives we are working on. We are working with your regulator, trying to come up with a cyber insurance framework because we have a big challenge in the, like today, every organization is becoming an IT organization. Every industry is becoming digital. So it's good to have a cyber insurance. Then we are also working with the Office of the National Security Advisor to develop national cyber security architecture. We already have the Cybercrime Act, which mandates the Office of the National Security Advisor to coordinate all cyber activities in Nigeria. And the act also created some sectorial SAT. So NITDA is one of the sectorial SATs. We have NCC coordinating communications industry, CBN coordinating financial industry, but NITDA coordinating governments and private citizens like you. So we have our own SAT. We have a team working 24/7, helping like creating a defense capabilities for government, IT infrastructure, and so on. So the national architecture will help us to have 360 visibility of our cyberspace in Nigeria and also have some recommendations for organizations to even have minimum cyber investment, cyber security investment. Because today we have many organizations with zero cybersecurity investment. So that will help us address that and the risk part of it as well. Then Ibrahim asks about also how to help SMEs integrate new technology into operation and so on. So mostly this, we try to do it through digital literacy and awareness, because when you are aware of the technology, you will use it. Like part of the competency areas I mentioned in our National Digital Literacy Framework, we have content creation, we have digital marketing, and so on. If you master how to use them, you can develop and use them. I always give this example. After COVID, we did training for women in ICT. One of the participants, she came from Silaja. She's in her early 50s, and she sells kuli kuli. Normally, she used to make her kuli kuli, commute from Silaja to Abuja. She spends between 3 to 4 hours every day on road. But after that training, she learned she can send her kuli to her customers through WhatsApp. She can put it on Instagram, Facebook, and so on. People that want can contact her, make payment, and she can send her kuli to them. So doing that, she had like the productivity gain. She doesn't need to spend 4 hours to sometimes more than that on road on daily basis. She can use that to produce more kuli and expand her market.
Yeah.
So the idea of even going to market, training market women and so on, I know even here in Abuja for ladies who go to market, they know sometimes maybe getting a fresh tomatoes is not easy when it is not the season. But a market woman selling tomatoes, she can put her tomatoes if she has online. People will know. People can make orders. She can expand her reach and market and so on. Then, okay, for Sumaya, already Lukman has contacted her. We'll look into a proposal. For Dauda, he asks about cybersecurity also and terrorism financing, cyber map, and so on. So in the cybersecurity center we have all this visibility. We have the same map, Nigeria map. We can tell you where there are attacks, the areas, and so on. You can zoom, you can drill down to the exact location, the IP address, and so on. Then we also developing a digital surveillance capabilities, because today's cybersecurity is beyond just protecting your networks and your digital infrastructure. Even in social media, you need to have visibility and so on, because it's beyond just making a physical harms to your network. Even having some harmful content online can be catastrophic sometimes, because also Joshua asks similar questions. What are we doing on that? Your second question is about this all like misinformation, disinformation. So for that, we have in 2002, after Twitter was banned, we developed the code of practice. The idea of code of practice is to get these big tech and social media respect our laws in Nigeria, to let them know that whatever is illegal offline is also illegal online, to get them registered, to get them start paying taxes in Nigeria. So we developed the code of practice in 2002, and we started implementing it early 2003. And because of that, last year, FRS declared that they collected over 2.2 trillion taxes from these big techs. So now we are working in collaboration with them also for the online protection, online harm protection bill, trying to have a legislation, not just a code of practice, that will make sure they respect our laws, will create digital sovereignty for us. So we believe when we have that ready, it will help us address that and also even create more visibility and improve our digital surveillance as well. So this answered Dauda and Dr. Joshua's questions on the digital data. Dr. Joshua asked 3 questions. The first one is, what are we doing in terms of AI and other emerging technologies? The second pillar on our strategic roadmap and action plan is about building a robust technology research ecosystem, which we are looking at 6 emerging technologies: AI, IoT, UAV, blockchain, robotics, and additive manufacturing. On AI, we have a center, the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. The center was designed to be a research arm for us in the AI development, because all these are general purpose technology, is something we can work with defense formations to build a system for defense, for agri, for education, and many more. And we are working with them on that. And also, we used to give grants for researchers and startups as well. Last year, we gave about 55 research grants. We did, I think, 45 and 10, making it 55. And this year also, we are going to do more. Then your last one was on brain export. That one also, we look at it not like some, they call it brain drain, but for us, we look at it as a brain export. And the reason we are doing all this talent acceleration program is how can we build a talent pool so that we can serve the world. According to Conferry, by 2030, there would be talent crunch, about 85 million talent deficit globally, which if left unaddressed could result to $8.5 trillion in unrealized annual value. So we believe Nigeria, we can position ourselves to become the global talent net exporter. And there was also a research by PwC to validate this. The research is, the title is Nigerian Brand Export, the optimal path to building the Nigerian economy. You can search and see the report, what they are talking about. Globally, there is about 4 million vacancies in software engineers and coders, which Nigeria can conveniently train between 1 to 1.5 million people and put them on that global value chain. That Nigeria can generate over 50 billion US dollars in remittance. India has done it before. Intentionally, they train people, they send them out. That's why today, in every one C-level executive in American big tech, one is an Indian.
Yes.
So on that also, we have the 3MTT, the program has the fellows, have the organization for placing people on jobs. And the idea is to train people and connect them with jobs. And also we are working with BPOs as well, people with the business process outsourcing, trying to see how they can train people and place them on jobs. And also trying to create a framework around the gig economy, because we have many people working remotely, earning in dollars, and nobody know.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you can create that, it can help. If, for example, there are spaces that you are working remotely, but you can take your bag in the morning to go to a quiet place, like going to the office, you go there and work, is something that can help. So the last one, is it Akintola?
Israel.
Or Akiniola. So also is talking about how to help tech innovators access the funding and so on. So I would like Victoria to respond to that. But just before that, there are many fundings we are trying to create. There is IDICE funding. There is even recently JICA and Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority is trying to create a fund of about 40 million US dollars. And also the president has approved the Youth Entrepreneurship and Innovation Bank and funding and so on. So there are many opportunities, but there is a process of getting it. We have the Nigerian Startup Act. Victoria will explain how you can be part of that, how you can benefit from all the incentives government has put in place. Thank you. So with the permission of leader.
Thank you. Please, can we pass the mic to Madam Victoria? Can we give the DG a round of applause? We'll come back to questions, don't worry.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, DG, so much for the insightful session. Good evening, our leader. So I'm going to answer the question from Miriam and then the question from Israel. The first question you asked was around how we support MSMEs and consultants around innovation, the agency collaborating with them with respect to innovation. As our DG had mentioned, we have the Nigerian Startup Act that was passed into law in 2022. And the whole idea of the act is to ensure that we're developing a robust startup and innovation ecosystem. Now, NITDA is the secretariat of that act and is empowered and mandated to implement the act within the country. Through the act, we have been able to establish several programs aimed at developing capacity at different levels for startups, MSMEs, and those who provide support, as you talked about, the consultants to MSMEs and startups. What we recommend is you go to the portal. So the act has mandated that there is a portal where we aggregate all these actors, the MSMEs, tech-enabled, the startups, and those who are service providers. It's startup.gov.ng, www.startup.gov.ng. And when you go to register, it shows you the different categories. If you're an MSME or tech-enabled business, or if you're a service provider, accelerator, incubator, and innovation support organization. Once you register there, you have opportunities to access capacity building. This year, under the leadership of our DG, we rolled out a national program that has been in existence for some time. It's 4 cohorts. It's called the IHatch. And through that program, we were able to support innovation support organizations across the country, 36 states plus the FCT. So there's opportunity for capacity building and capacity development. Also under the IHatch program, we're able to support very early stage businesses, so ideation, pre-MVP, with access to different resources across the different areas where they need capacity support. So if you wanted to understand better how to raise funding, if you wanted to understand better how to expand your partnership, strategic partnership, all those things, you'll get resources to, even the expert network to handhold you to build your business. The program provides it. Again, this is tied to the work that NITDA is doing through the Nigerian Startup Act. So that's that. And we have other programs, numerous programs that we offer to support the ecosystem. For Israel, I talked about the IHatch program and I talked about the NSA. The DG has magnanimously given you some funds that are currently in existence. But for you to even access those funds, you must be ready, investment ready, so that you can access the funds either on the government side, public sector, or from the private side, which is the angel investors or the VCs. What we do through ONDI is we provide you support and investment readiness sessions and classes that would allow your business or develop your solution to a point where you can access funding, whether it is for grants or for commercial investment. Again, if you go to www.startup.gov.ng and register, you're eligible to register as an innovator, you'll be able to access the myriad of opportunities that exist to support innovators. Thank you very much, sir.
A round of applause for Madam V. You know, as you were speaking, I just told my team, we need to bring you to our startup clinic so you can come and speak and give details like this to startups. So DG, with your kind permission, you're going to loan her for us when we pick a date for our session to come and address startups. Okay, restore to you too. You are coming. Thank you. I think we must be very grateful. Please help me thank NITDA. All our trainees, they're always, supporting us with facilitators, manpower. We had a 3-day digital skill training program recently, and the all day too was facilitators and resources from NITDA, the coppers, and they were here and they did wonderfully well. And please, NITDA, you've always invested in young people. We're very grateful for the work that I think is the Kashif Inuwa master stroke. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, okay, we'll take the final set of questions now. If you have a question, I want to see your hands up. But I see all men. There are no ladies. Where are my ladies at? Okay. So, Honorable, I will take you first, and then we'll go. Zona, you are giving vote of thanks now, so that's why I'm keeping you till last. Okay. So, please, the gentleman in the front. Don't worry, we'll go around. This is final batch, but we'll take as much as we can.
The National Youth Leader of our great party, DG NITDA. My name is Honorable Isiaka Musa, Organizing Secretary, APC North Central. Mr. DG, I want to differ from what will benefit from technology. This also benefits the country. It is about our electioneering process in Nigeria. At every election time, the country is agog. There is tension, there is problem, there is catastrophe everywhere. Properties, goods and services, even tech experts were unable to dispense their services at the election time. So can you, working with the INEC and the National Identity Card, NIMSI, develop a technology shows that almost all of us have our voters card, national identity card, driver's license, BVN, and so on. Can there be a technology somewhere developed by your expert? Shows that when you come, you're slotting, a place you come in where you can just thumbprint, and it appears at the center, you've cast your vote and gone home. Hoodlum is not necessary at this point. You need to gather and put properties of Federal Republic of Nigeria, properties of Nigerians at risk during the election. Thank you.
Thank you. Fantastic question. I'll come to you, sir. Let me go towards the back. No, there's a guy wearing white. No, that one. That one, yeah. That young man, yes. No, that one, yes. I'll come to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so very much to the Office of the National Youth Leader and the Architect of the Technology, West Africa. Thank you so very much. My name is Abdul Malik Mahmoud, the National President of the Muslim Corpus Association of Nigeria, MCAN. First of all, I would like to thank you for all the support and contribution you have been given to co-members in Nigeria. We have really appreciated that. And also, I am an advocate of biotechnology, most specifically agripreneur. And also, it is one of the fields that all the Nigerian youth are yet to tap from that resources that we have, that is agripreneur. We have the value chain that is already untapped. We have the farms that are already untapped. So how can NITDA be in support to the awareness and encouraging our youth, and also to bring about support to the agripreneur field, most especially smart farming and biotechnological farming? Thank you so very much. We're really most excited with your inspiring story. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Okay, the gentleman in black, the white with the headphone on his neck. Yes. Don't worry, I'm going around. I just like to spread.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Timmy. I recently just graduated with a first class in electrical engineering. So I have quite a lot of expertise in robotics and artificial intelligence, and I'm about to start my National Youth Service Corps. So I've been looking for how I could contribute to the Nigerian economy and the technological infrastructure in areas of artificial intelligence and robotics. And you mentioned NCAR, that is the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, where they do research and build in those 6 sectors. So I'm also active in the research space. So how do I get involved in contributing to Nigeria's infrastructure?
Thank you. And while you are contributing at that, come on. You say you just graduated, Abi. So before you go for NYS, come and volunteer at the youth house. Come and contribute here too. Inshallah. 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 Okay. The gentleman in white in the front here. Yeah, come back to the front, please. The gentleman in white. I'm going around and then I'll come to the two giants to close.
Good evening, everyone. Coincidentally, today is International Literacy Day. So there is no better way of celebrating this day like the powerful motivational speak by the DG. Although I have met DG several times, and I have to tell you that he is one of the most accessible people. There was a time we are having an online program under the Reconnect Jigawa. I just collect his number, direct to his DM, and he respond. And he was there to participate in our program. And also, all the questions that I came here with, he already answered them in most of the programs they were doing in NITDA. But two questions that I was to ask him is, number one, I have traveled around all the states in Nigeria, and wherever you go, you see NITDA centers. What are the organizational programs that were
of the NITDA Center? That's a good one. That's a good one. This is a platform.
And the second one, when I was coming here, a friend called me on phone, and I told him I'm coming to listen to him. Who was his boy? So his message is that I should ask him what is his next move politically when he is done with me.
Say Jigawa! Okay, this one is a politician. Okay, the one beside you, yes. We're wrapping up now, yes.
Okay, hello, my name is Umar Mohammed. I think somewhere earlier within this session, I had the Director General of NITDA have shared a story of how he found himself in the tech sector. So somehow we crossed, I think, even though in my childhood time, I don't have what am I supposed to call it, to be a tech guy, but coincidentally, I started studying computer science in Suleimani University of Hausa, and I can affirm that I found out that the tech world is the most entrepreneurial sector that is growing currently in Nigeria, because since I was in 300 level, I was able to develop my first website and able to earn money since before I graduated. So after I graduated, when I'm doing my national service also, I got my second website project and I did it successfully, and they are both currently running online. So from that part, I think we have somehow crossed our this thing with the Director General of NITDA. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we'll take two, then we'll come to the front. The gentleman, yes, raising his hand by the fan at the back, yes.
Right, thank you.
Quick one, guys. This is the last round,
Thank
and
you,
we need DJ to go and pray.
My name is Igata John. I operate as a startup founder. So my research currently has been towards healthcare sector, healthcare and wellness, using artificial intelligence to revolutionize the healthcare sector by building predictive models to forecast future health status of citizens, and then delivering healthcare in our native dialects like Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, so that's bringing technology close to these people. And you see, my concern has always been, how do we collaborate with NITDA? I know 2023, we were one of the startups that were awarded the federal government grant for artificial intelligence research. So, but I was kind of looking for more opportunities to collaborate with NITDA on building models for, not just models for healthcare, but deplorable models for production, like models that people can make reference to every day of their lives. Whenever it comes to healthcare, they think of this platform that helps them to stay healthier and then enjoying what AI is. AI is not limited to ChatGPT, it's not limited to chatting, but how can this AI be used in terms of wellness? So I've always been wondering, are there potential collaborations we can have with NITDA?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's come to the front. We'll take, I haven't called you. Okay, take that guy and then we'll take Otuba here. So yeah, take the gentleman there, take Otuba, and then we'll take the zonal youth leader.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Precious. I think the person that will be in the best position to answer this is Victoria. So about the Startup Act and startup.gov.ng, what can startups in the idea stage get the startup label? Because I've seen situations where people have applied on the platform and they haven't gotten a feedback. What is the process like? How long does it take for a startup to get a response? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
The DG, our super architecture, architect of a Nigerian digital world. My brother and friend and a golfer. Many people don't know this man is a sportsman. He plays golf, and we're expecting DG to come and join him too. Please let's give a round of applause for all of them there. My name is Festus Benga Olubodun. I am the chief executive of Doing What Works Initiative. Doing What Works Initiative. We intervene or interface between elected officials and his people, the constituents, and have been on this thing for a while. Another forum earlier, sir, I told you of my involvement in trying to bridge the gap. Then the question, sir, in all you have done, good job. The non-formal sector, the government, and what have you. One point that I don't know whether is an oversight or you reserve that until after is the people, our parliamentarians, legislature. We need this. At times was when during Professor Agaye, like I said earlier, where the people, the NITDA people will come to the assembly and be part of the, I don't know whether it has stopped. I'm not too familiar with that now. They come there to facilitate the programs there. But this is very necessary. For example, the clerks, the staff of the National Assembly needs this kind of digital literacy. We need, because these are the people.
Even the legislators.
Of course, these are the people, the actors, the House of Assembly members, legislators, everybody needs that thing, including their constituents, where this efforts that we are trying to bridge, once it goes to that place, the churches also could be an avenue, and the mosques could be an avenue where this non-formal sector can be gathered together. There are lots, 1,001 group of people are there. And the NYC may not be able to get them. Other people may not be able to get to them. Yeah. I feel this will. For example, today, there was a program going on of West African Public Accounts Committees. I don't know whether NITDA was invited to come and be a part of that. The people should know what NITDA should know what the National Assembly is doing so that they can paraphrase this for people. So we need to overload the information destination of NITDA and the government agencies to the public. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, final question. Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Answer question, leader. Are you the next governor of Jigawa?
My name is Zubairu Ali. We are really motivated, and we're very excited with your coming to here. I don't know, my leader, should I do vote of thanks together?
No.
So my concern is that as one of the agency of the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, even so very sadden enough, this morning there were 2 people that were still kidnapped as a result of banditry. And because of non-availability of network in some of these many rural areas. Those people took those people away. Now, as one of the agency and a tech solution agency of this country, what are you doing, sir? Or probably let me say, do you have anything you are doing to encourage and contribute to the capacity of the coordinating ministry, which is Ministry of Communication, by facilitating the presence of network, which will further deepen your own move on digital literacy? Because digital literacy, you're saying, is not in our community. Because there is no even network, not to talk of them getting it. Number two is that I want to urge you, sir. I am so marveled with all information, and I believe everyone are, with what you have provided. But seemingly, we are not aware of those information. We want your presence, because this very phone you're seeing, it has even become our tesubah. Immediately we salam for prayer, we look at it. We have reels. We have social media account that we could always open. I want you please to prioritize NITDA's presence on social media. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, yes, please take the mic. Here. So I saw him, I couldn't call him. I saw him writing, taking paper to write the question to me because I said I wasn't going to call him.
It's not a question I have. It's
Okay.
a comment and contribution.
It's a comment. Okay, go ahead.
The Director General and the National Youth Leader, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. I am Diplomat Mukhtar Abdullahi, the Vice Chairperson Youth Creative Conference, co-convened by African Union, endorsed by Ministry of Youth and Foreign Affairs, as well as European Union.
The contribution.
No, that's not the contribution. I'm just trying to introduce myself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me just go straight to the point.
Say yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay. Why I'm here actually is to invite the DG and the youth leader to our upcoming conference at ECOWAS headquarters on 2nd and 3rd of October, in which we are expecting some African president, as well as our president, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the conference is in line with African Union agenda by the year 2063 to contribute on eradicating unemployment, illiteracy, drug abuse, and insecurity. So we would like to partner with DG.
So do a letter to DG NITDA and bring a letter here for the youth leader.
We have been following you.
Don't worry.
But you know, right?
Please give him a big round of applause. What date is it again?
2nd and 3rd of October.
DJ has written it down.
We would like to invite you as one of our panelists. Because of what you just shared here is in line with what we are doing or what we are targeting to empower youth through dialogue and creativity, art and culture, agriculture, and skill acquisitions.
Thank you very much.
So please
Noted.
to us, we will.
Yeah, we'll respond when. Did you
Because
say
we
just
need-
right?
We need to put it on our calendar.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much, my brother. Give him a round of applause now, Ambassador, diplomat. Okay, DG, you have the floor, sir,
Thank you
and your
very
final
much,
remarks.
leader, and thank you all for your questions, comments, and I think the first one is Honorable Isiaka, asking about how NITDA, INEC, NIMSI can collaborate to make e-voting a reality in Nigeria. So I think technologically it's possible. It's something we can do and something that everyone is yearning about. But there is need for laws before we can do anything as technology. So maybe it's good to push for the legal framework first, because technologically it's possible. Some countries are doing it. But do we have the law in Nigeria to do it? No, we don't have today. So can we have the law? Yes, you can push for the law. We can go and lobby the National Assembly and so on to have the law in place. And maybe before then, we can start ideating on the best way to do it. We can create a digital persona of yourself. You can have like a wallet with all your identities in that wallet. You can link it, verify it, and something that nobody can use a copy of it. So I think it's something doable. So we will start looking at the idea on how to maybe have a wallet system in place where people can create the digital twin so that you can use it for voting and other things. So Abdul Malik spoke about biotechnology, agripreneur, and so on. We have some initiatives around that. We have NAFZA. We've been promoting smart and precision agriculture. We even have a farm here in Abuja at the technology village where we test some of these technologies. But I would ask my colleague Lukman later on to respond on this. Then for Timmy, you can come and do NYC with us if you want, so that you can start the journey from there. Like at NITDA,
DJ, we must get a certificate that he's volunteered here first before we give it to NITDA.
No problem, my leader. If my leader says so, we don't reject co-members at all. We have a center in Kubwa, e-government training center, where we train NYC, and from there we have the innovation team that's from time to time go there and challenge them to come up with innovative ideas that can help to build a solutions. And after the training, you can go to the NCAI in Wuye to build your prototype and so on. Then we have questions on NITDA centers. Yes, we have many centers around the country. We have built over 1,500 centers. Almost in every local government, you can find NITDA center. But what we do normally, we hand them over to the community. Mostly, more than 80% of our centers are built inside either secondary school or higher institutions. So when we build, we hand them over to those institutions. Those we built outside also, we handed them over to the community. Because for us, it's about creating an ecosystem. We don't want a situation whereby we have a center in Anambra or Maiduguri. They have a problem, maybe that you can solve with 5,000 naira. They had to call us. We fly someone. We end up spending 300,000 naira to fix something of 5,000 naira. This is one of the reasons we hand them over for sustainability, as well as for the community to have the ownership. Because when you build and just say it's NITDA center, sometimes they lock it, they keep them under lock and key, waiting for NITDA to come and get them to use it. But when you have the ecosystem taking ownership, it's easier for everybody to come and use it. Then there is question about my next move. I don't think for now, I have anything in my mind. I still see myself as a technocrat. I want to complete my tenure. And like my position, even though it's a political appointment, but it's like doing the work I've been doing since I started my career. Like I said, my biggest move was from managing routers to managing people. So now from managing people to managing politicians, maybe I have to come for mentorship and some training before I make that decision.
DG, I have a ticket waiting for you in my pocket. I won't say which one.
So maybe we'll talk about that later. Then there is a question about research in healthcare and so on. Since you have benefited from our grant, I think you can write to us on the next step of the work you have done. Lukman is my essay on innovation and research. You can send your proposal to him. We'll review the research you've done before. How can we build on top of that? And also in terms of access to funding, Victoria has explained, you can also find a way to key into that, because we are trying to create not just government providing grants and funding, but even having the private sector setting up VC funds, because we need to have that patient capital for us to grow our tech and innovation ecosystem. Today, more than 70% of the funding we have in the ecosystem comes from outside the country. While we have people with money in Nigeria, with some they don't even know what to do with it. So it's just about awareness. Let them know how to invest in innovation. So that's part of the work Victoria is doing. She will share more light with us on that. Then Festus was asking about National Assembly. National Assembly has been part of this journey from day one. From when we were developing the National Digital Literacy Framework, and we've been doing a lot with them. And when we say digital literacy for all, we are not excluding anybody. The National Assembly members, the staff of the commission, they are all part of that. Maybe Dr. Tambua will share more light on that later on. Then Zubair talked about providing infrastructure. There are many government initiatives trying to help to bridge those gaps. That we have the Bridge Project, which the Federal Executive Council has launched, and the Minister of Communications, Innovation, and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosin Tijani, is championing. The initiative is to build 90,000 kilometer fiber optics around the country to help us connect the unconnected. Then we also have the Digital Public Infrastructure Initiative we are working on building the same way we invest in conventional infrastructure. Government wants to be more intentional in building our digital public infrastructure, not just the fiber optics, the compute power, the data centers, even super apps that our citizens can use to access these digital services. So we are doing a lot in that. Then on the awareness, I think, Ajia Adiza, this is a challenge also for you. Maybe you can explain what we are doing, but you need to also come up with more initiatives on how to do more, because many people are not aware of our initiatives. So we need to find a way to meet people where they are. Most of the Gen Z are on social media. They are on digital spaces. So how can we meet them there? How can we get them to like our initiatives? How can we get them to see what we are sharing? Because also I know there is this trust deficit between the citizens and government. Most of Gen Z, they don't follow government's social media handles. They don't listen to what government is saying. Like there is an initiative we are working on. We call it Gov Engage, trying to build a digital platform where citizens can engage with governments and governments can get back to them immediately. Before coming here, we had a pitch session. One of the participants pitched an idea for us, which also similar to this, even though it's not directly like what we are trying to do, but I believe it's something we can tweak to address that. That is not even just a NITDA's initiative. It's been driven by the Office of the Head of Service. So it's something, if we can build it, it will really help to get especially the Gen Z to be part of the government, to engage with government, to give feedbacks, to challenge the government, to know what government is doing. So, but also as an agency, we need to improve on that. So maybe Ajia, Adiza, you can share with them what we are doing in terms of making our social media handles more interactive. So thank you very much. I think that's...
Thank you very much. A
the
big round of applause for DG. How many of you have enjoyed this session today? It's been very interactive. Thank you
So
very
maybe
much.
leader, if you can give three,
Yes,
okay,
please.
4 of them 1 minute. There are things I didn't like Dr. Tambua on what we are doing with National Assembly on digital literacy and so on. I know they
Microphone.
even want us to have a bill on digital literacy. So 1 minute, please. You
Not
speak.
questions, though. Those of you who are raising your hand, no, it's for the NITDA directors to respond to you. People think we still want to take more questions. No, we want to go.
Thank you, DG. Good evening, all. So, like DG beautifully explained, we have the Digital Literacy for All initiative. So it is for all Nigerians, irrespective of what sector you fall under, for informal sector, for the workforce, and for the education sector. So we've done a lot of trainings already, actually, with National Assembly members. We've done with the judiciary, and we've done with top executives from government. So, it's something that is ongoing. It's going to, continue until we reach our targets. So for somebody earlier that asked, how can you partner with NITDA for digital literacy? So you need to understand, the initiatives that we have. So our partnership is about mutual benefit. How can we benefit from what you have and what you are doing, and how can you benefit from what we have and what we are doing? So in this way, we partner. So just, read about our DL for All. It's online, dlforall.nitda.gov.ng. You will see all our digital literacy for all initiatives. And for example, if you have access to participants, we have trainers, we have training curriculum, we can partner to reach all those people that you have access to, and so on and so forth. So, and we are always open, so you can reach out directly to us as well.
So just to add to that, you mentioned about religious places. Part of the NYSC go to churches and mosques to even talk to people. They go to market, motor park, and so on. So maybe Dr. Aristotle will talk about 1 minute our partnership framework. We have a department for strategic partnership and collaboration also.
Yeah, thank you, DG, for this opportunity to share with us the thoughts. DG has already said, NITDA pride ourselves as collaborators in chief. That is very strategic because if you take time to look at our Pillar 7, it talks about strategic partnership and collaboration. So what we do is that we have a platform. We have created a framework that if you are interested in specific areas that you think that NITDA can partner with you or co-create solution with you, you can reach out to us. You can just do us a letter through the DG's office. It will get to us so that we can find areas where you fit into our framework and also initiate a collaborative and partnership journey with you. We partner with you, we join hands with you, we co-create with you, until hold hand with you until we have seen that the solution that we are trying to provide comes into reality. Partnership, as the case may be, is a gateway to massify impact. If there's something that you're doing that is only within your own enclave, within your own knowledge, within your own idea, you can join us and partner and collaborate with NITDA so that we can massify the impact of what you're doing to reach the global community. Thank you.
So, Hajia, you can maybe share our social media handles and what you are doing to make sure we meet the Gen Zs where they are.
Okay, for the person that asked about maybe he is not aware of the NITDA handles, we are on NITDA Nigeria, both Twitter, that's X, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So it's just NITDA Nigeria, at NITDA Nigeria. And if you click and like us, follow us, sorry, you will be able to get to know about all our activities in the agency. Because whatever we are doing in the agency, we make sure we post it there, be it training, be it anything you can think of. There is also the Twitter spaces we hold every fortnightly Fridays. We post whatever is going to be discussed and the discussant. We post them on all our social media, so you can join the conversation. And also we engage external influencers. So if you are an active member on social media platform and you think you have reasonable number of followers, you can DM us and we take the conversation from here. What I'm saying here is that we can engage you to be one of NITDA's external influencers. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So I think maybe before the end of this session, you need to tweet this and let you all follow NITDA, like it, retweet it, so that you will be getting information about all our initiatives.
Thank you. So what we're going to do is this.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
We have two
Yes,
more.
go ahead, sir.
All right. Lukman will talk about our Smart Agri initiatives. Yeah. Then Victoria will wrap it up with I think someone asked, yeah.
Thank you, DG, and thank you, our leader. NITDA is actually doing a program called National Adopted Village for Smart Agriculture. What we are trying to do is to introduce emerging technology to improve yield, improve productivity in agriculture. And we have empowered about 5,000 youth in partnering with universities, because we discovered that it works better in university, and empowering these guys to ensure that when they come out of the university, they can actually create businesses on their own. And that's what we're doing. We try as much as possible to do one intervention, and then, you will invest the money that we're not a financial institution, but we ensure that once we empower you, then you can actually reinvest that, increase until you become a commercial farmer. One of the problems that we're trying to solve, and one of my friends here mentioned about biotechnology, and also how we can combine this with smart technology to improve productivity as well. One of the things that we're trying to do is to solve a problem. We realize that it's actually intensive in terms of investment, but we want to ensure that we touch every youth farmer in Nigeria through remote sensing technology. What farmers actually need is to actually have information at the tip of their hand. You understand? So what we are doing is to actually use a remote sensing technology, combine it with what we have, so that you can, at various places that you are in Nigeria, you can actually take the app and be able to know information about your soil, information on what you need to plant and how you need to go about it. But of course, we cannot do this alone. We are partnering. We want you to come up. We are throwing that innovation challenge across board. So ensure that we bring you on board. Let's idea together and let's solve this problem together. Thank you. National Adoptive Village for Smart Agriculture.
NAFSA.
Okay. This has been very insightful.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Just to answer your question, you had asked about early stage startups and if they can register on the portal. Yes, they can. We're currently in the process of helping startups who do not have incorporation number. So usually when you're registered with CAC, you get an RC number. It's a requirement. But now we're lowering the threshold because we also know that they're very early stage, people who are just sole proprietors who want to also register. So that is actually being implemented as we speak. In terms of the labeling cycle, it's done every 4 weeks, right? So every 4 weeks, new startups get their label. So it takes a process because of the DG's focus on ensuring that we take a transparent approach. We have experts who do this labeling. So it's not people in the office that sit behind and just click, click, click. No. We have experts from the ecosystem who understand technology, who understand innovation, who are part of the labeling process. And once it goes through that process, then each startup or each person, each company registered on the platform will get their label. So it takes about 4 weeks, which means every month we have new startups that are labeled. But for your new company, NITDA has a program that it launches annually. We did one in December. We're rolling out another one. It's called the NITDA Digital Innovation Challenge, where very early stage companies, and this speaks to what you were asking earlier, you can, once we put out the call for application, it's either a hackathon or innovation challenge. You can apply and it brings you to the top. Last year we had over 3,000 companies and innovators apply for the innovation challenge. So as soon as we roll out our call for application, very early stage companies like yourself can also be part of the process. It brings you to the top and you get the support that you need. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DJ. Everybody, can we please give a big standing ovation to the Director General of the Nigerian Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, our own brother, His Excellency Kashif Inuwa Abdullahi, for such a time of interaction, of insight. We're very grateful for the time that you have made. It was meant to be Friday, but there was public holiday and he agreed to come again today. And he didn't come alone. He came with highly resourceful, energetic, informated, let me use that word, team of individuals who have continued to hold his hand to make sure that NITDA is delivering its promises to the Nigerian people. Thank you so much, Madam Adiza. Thank you, Dr. Aristotle. Thank you, Alhaji Tambuwa. Thank you, Mr. Lukman. Thank you, Victoria, and the anonymous man behind the mask. Thank you so much. DG, you have a wonderful team. But we have a small gift for you. Can I have it?
Wow, this is not small.
DG, we have this award for exceptional contribution to technological innovation and digital literacy, presented to Dr. Kashif Inuwa Abdullahi, Director General of NITDA, in recognition of your leadership and unwavering dedication to driving digital innovation, fostering technological advancement, and the future of Nigeria's digital economy. You serve as the inspiration to the next generation of tech enthusiasts. Thank you very much, Director General. And we also have this for you to please put in your office and be remembering us. Thank you very much. Did you please come to the center? We want you to also be drinking and remembering us. So we have a special one for you as well with your face. Please, the NITDA team, please join us on the stage. Please. Oh yeah, join. Honorable. Where is my zonal youth leader? Okay. And while this is going on, I want to hand over to the... Hold on, move, spread, so that they can... Yes. Okay, let's widen it. I want to hand over to the zonal youth leader to give a vote of thanks to the DG.
Once again, the DG, you are not just only young in looking, you are young in interacting with us. We see you as one of us, and we are very, very excited to have you here. We are marveled by the information you have given us. And believe you me, I'm now a technology man going forward. Thank you very much for coming here. On behalf of everybody that have come here, especially the youth, and my own leader, the national youth leader, who has made this possible by his God's grace, we thank you very, very much with your beautiful team that you came here with. Thank you, and God bless you.
Please, let's give a big round of applause for the DJ. Please ensure you tag the DG in any pictures that you take. Thank you very much for coming. We'll see you at the next program. Follow us at APC NG Youth Wing. Thank you and God bless you. Tag NITDA Nigeria as well. Tag NITDA Nigeria.